Leicester are top of the Premier League this morning, but Brendan Rodgers admits it's going to be a huge task for them to sustain a title challenge after beating Chelsea 2-0. Meanwhile, the pressure is on Frank Lampard after suffering his 5th defeat in 8 games. He's not even in this top 6 at the moment, and he conceded that his players are not ready to compete. Their 6th defeat of the season leaves them 8th in the table, 9 points behind the leaders, and plenty of questions now about Frank Lampard's future.
I don't think this is the first time I've been asked this. I've been asked this over the last few weeks. From the minute of 16 unbeaten, we lost 2 on the bounce, and I started to be asked similar questions. And I understand it. It's the expectations of this club, whether I think it's right or wrong. We're certainly not, and I said this in my pre-match, we're not a position of a Chelsea football club that we were in periods where we were winning leagues. I took this job knowing that there'll be difficult times because it's not a club ready to compete. We had a ban, we had young players. At the minute we have new players, and we can see that the new players and the younger players are striving for form and to be settled into this team. So at the minute we just have to fight. And where everything was rosy in early mid-December, it's not so rosy now. We're not the only team to suffer that situation. I'm not the only manager to be put under this sort of pressure. The lucky thing for me is that I'm good at handling the pressure. Don't like it, I want to win games. I want everyone to be talking about how we're moving towards the top of the league like we were a month ago. But the reality is for me that I could sense these periods would come. And that's all I have to concern myself is how to deal with them and get us out of it.
Well, as Lampard said, things were going very well for Chelsea at the start of December. Believe it or not, they were top of the Premier League. Since then, they've won only 2 of their 8 games. Last night's defeat was their 5th in that time. They've taken just 7 points from the last 24 available. Well, Chelsea have taken just 29 points from their opening 19 league games, their 6th lowest total at this stage of the season. They've never finished higher than 6th after making a worse start than this. Since the start of last season, only Newcastle have conceded more goals away from home than Chelsea in the league. Newcastle have conceded 52 goals in that time, whilst Chelsea have let in 50.